You are a lover girl who is philosophically inclined, this is for you. I do believe that's all of us. The message for today about love from Greek philosophy is that no matter how weird you are, how esoteric your style of speech, the people who truly love and care for you will make sure they understand what you're saying. They will want to. This is a lesson from Socrates and Alcibiades and Plato. In the end of the symposium, the Athenian general statesman Alcibiades is describing his love for Socrates, the philosopher, and he compares both the man himself and the speeches arguments he's always making to Silenus statues, which is this really ugly satyr. And then when you open up the statue, it's full of little golden gods, something that's ugly on the outside, but full of beauty and virtue and value on the inside. And of course, Socrates is always going around giving lessons, talks, saying whatever. Part of the magic of Socrates is that he can take ideas that are really complicated and present them to people in a way where they can look at something they've seen a million times in a new way. And so you will see Plato's Socrates uses the same images to make his points in different dialogues all the time. Alcibiades picks up on this. Plato's Alcibiades, of course. Alcibiades says of Socrates, he always seems to be using the same words to say the same things. Anyone who isn't used to them or who is otherwise unintelligent would make fun of these speeches. But if anyone sees them from the inside, after they are opened up, he will find that these are the only speeches that actually mean something. They contain virtue, the most divine kind of statue there is. You can tell from the way that Alcibiades is describing these that when he first heard Socrates' speeches, he was like, what is this guy talking about? This is so dumb. But because he loves Socrates, he spent more time thinking about it. He spent time to think like maybe this person is actually saying something valuable. And he came to the conclusion that he was. There are tons of people in the world who they want to misunderstand. They want to pick a fight. They want to be right at the expense of everyone else. They'll ignore their own ears, their own reason, so they can seem right by intentionally misunderstanding or by interpreting in the absolute least charitable way possible. And people who do that do not love you. The people who love you and care about you will assume that your intentions are good and will think that if they don't understand what you're saying, that maybe that's their issue. And they'll hold your words and your ideas as valuable enough to take more thought. There were plenty of his contemporaries who refused to understand Socrates, who insisted on treating him and everything he said with contempt, despite his intentions, despite his actual words, and despite his actions. But that's really how you can tell at the end of the day who your friends are, is who trusts you to be good, who trusts that you're saying something with the intention of helping, not harming, even if it's something that you don't agree with, or if it's something that tells you you're wrong. Really, at the end of the day, like, what kind of friend is better than one that will actually tell you when you're wrong? If you watch this video, this counts as your daily thought about Socrates. But remember, you should be thinking about Socrates every day.